Ball. There we got the eyeball. The little eyeball right there.
With the
He's
eyeball
back.
with the notification.
We are forever learning. My dear friend here is with us, Tony D,
What's happening?
which is means delightful. It also
Mm-hmm.
meant many things in different broadcasts over the years. We had a couple. We had a couple ones we'll never forget.
No, you'll never forget. I forgot.
I was uncomfortable. I was truly uncomfortable.
You had a
I
ball.
I I was like, what?
You wanted the clip and everything. You had a ball with it,
Oh my god! I couldn't believe the stuff that's coming out of her mouth.
and it didn't come from me.
No, and you didn't instigate it. You
Mm-mm.
honestly did. No, we're being really respectful because her cousin or brother, I can't remember what it was,
It was
something,
his goddaughter with a niece.
something. Yeah, he was almost like a minister.
Nah, a little bit.
Yeah, he was a good guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I remember. I
Yeah.
haven't seen him.
So
I remember.
you want to talk about the Shannon Sharp thing? We can do that for a little bit.
Can. There's a lot that's out there. I've only seen maybe two or three people debunk it. A lot of people
Yeah.
saying he was telling the truth. I was just like, wow. There's definitely a
Yeah.
lot of things a lot of people wanted to hear and know. I want to say it's kind of how he delivered it, but it was an eye opener. I was like, wow, that was a lot.
Well, a lot of people thought Epstein thing was bogus,
We kind of knew that already. That I already knew. I had seen that.
right? And then all the A-listers and politicians and
I haven't seen the list yet.
well, there's
Saying,
all kinds of names out there right now, unfortunately.
yeah, they had a list a couple years ago. I wanted to change it.
Yeah, Henry Kissinger, is that his name?
Kissinger.
Yeah, Kissinger. Who was the other guy that was strange? There were quite a few people on there. I don't want to say their names because their names.
Oh, don't bring it up and don't get scared now. Everywhere you say it that way, I'm not in trouble. Way to set it up. Way to set it up.
Fear is a wonderful thing.
Jesus.
Yeah. So we were just in a broadcast a second ago here on Restream, and we saw some people that we knew from before. Now, you know what I realized too?
What's that?
Like you were saying about Facebook, there is quite a gap between the comments on Facebook, and you're right, you have to go into it.
And put it on
Uh,
public.
yeah. So you talk to them about Shannon Sharp here for a second. I'm going to try to get this.
Go ahead. For those of you who have not seen the Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams, it's on the website. It's on the YouTube channel, Club Shay Shay. Cat Williams went in and just started calling people out, exposing certain things people were thinking, throwing things out there to make folks second guess how people got in certain places, what he went through as far as getting movie roles. Some of the, I want to say he's been chastised by other people, but he hasn't. So I don't even know where a lot of that information came from. To me, he was just putting people on blast. And he called a lot of people out on blast. When I first started watching it Thursday, there were less than a million views on it. Last night, there were 32 million views on that one interview alone. Interview like 2 hours, 45 minutes. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been the topic of a lot of conversations with a lot of people. A couple of people had clapped back. A couple of people say he was telling the truth. It's going to be up to them.
Shannon Sharp has only done better, I think, since he's left Skip. He seems to have a whole other avenue now that he didn't have. He was talking about relationships with women
Mm-hmm.
the other night, and I was like, this isn't football. I was shocked.
Well, he's talked football a lot. Now he's just talking with people, which I think is cool. And take somebody who's been out of the social game from one aspect, and you got another aspect to look at. It's kind of what we do when we talk to each other. We're looking at things from other people's eyes instead of just our own.
Yeah.
I don't get a kick out of anything that we did on Haps. And I used to always tell people what I was learning from people from around the world. Number one, they could speak my language, blew my mind. Number two, they knew our music, blew my mind. Number three, what was going on in their area that we weren't learning on the news. That is what I got the most out of when we was over there. We were always having some type of
People have to remember, though, that this is theater. You and I are doing a form of theater. Even
somewhat,
when we do the football show,
somewhat.
and you and I know each other's boundaries. So, but sometimes people in the room don't know our boundaries, and they get a little freaked out.
They'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
They'll be all right. Hey, the whole thing, we don't ever try to burn a bridge. We try to kick it. We try to have fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got spoiled with being over there because of how much I was getting out of what I was learning from everybody and the conversation we had and the fun. To have the same type of fun with people from all over the world, that was priceless.
Yeah. Well, we're building that now.
Well, we're getting back to it.
Yeah, we're building. It's going to be slow, but we'll do it.
It's been slow. It's been
Yeah.
it's been a year and a half. Well,
Yeah,
it's been
we're getting good traction on TikTok though, bud. There's a lot of people who I gotta tell you. There's his name's Hal,
how
and I'll
much?
give you the link. And he's out of Detroit, and he's a broadcaster.
Halmas?
It might be. So it's a white dude.
Yeah, Halmas, radio broadcaster.
Yeah.
Glasses. Yeah.
So the other day I'm on there in the morning, and because I listen to him, and he's like, "Oh, we got Michael Bathurst here,"
Mhm.
and he's like, he does a show with Tony D. I think it's called Belt Kings.
Oh,
He said, and he said they are funny together, and they you can tell they're friends, but it gets heated with opinions. And he said, but they're entertaining.
we don't get heated. I've been heated.
No,
all
but it was
You
7
and I
o'clock
don't
in the
get-
morning. First of all, I was shocked he knew me.
Yeah, I'm
Then he
shocked.
brought your name up, and he went. I think it's called Belt Kings. So he's watching it.
That's good. I'm glad. And he's Rich knows him. Rich has actually referred us to start watching him on his morning show.
Oh,
I've been over there a couple of times.
okay,
I didn't
okay.
think he knew me.
I just thought it was weird.
That-
And
no,
then
that's good.
and then
That's-
today, this guy I don't even know, out of Vancouver. I'm in his room, and he's playing like old R&B that you like the kind of rap,
Yeah.
hip hop,
Yeah.
but what do you call it? New Jack Swing kind of.
Look at you. I'm impressed.
That's his groove, the 90s. I'm
Yes.
more 80s funk, right? He's 90s, this guy.
Right.
So he gets on and he goes, "Oh, this is Michael Bathurst. He does football shows with a guy named Tony something." Tony something.
Tony something.
Yeah.
look-
So today I put in, I put a tune in for you and a tune in for me. And that I played Atlantic Star, Closer Than Close, and he went, "I've never heard this." And then his audience was like, "I love this. This is amazing. What is this?"
I know that song. Closer than close. Closer than
Yeah. Closer than most.
Yeah, that was a jam.
Yeah. Nobody knew it. And they went, "This is amazing. I don't know this song."
That's terrible. I need people to get out.
Yeah, and and it was, I don't want to, yeah, I'm going to be quiet. It's going to say something not very appropriate. I got to be good. Very good.
You can't help it.
I have breaks.
Yeah, but you don't use them all the time.
No, I use them. Trust me. I don't abuse them. I just use them.
Wow.
That's for sure. So in the new year, do you have any goals?
Working on them right now, just maintaining my stability, staying out of trouble, trying not to put myself in the hole. Control of myself.
What does that mean, the hole? What kind of hole? Emotional hole? Financial hole?
Financial,
Spiritual hole?
primarily financial. Spiritually, I've been working on it
Yeah.
already for the most part, but financially, definitely. Keeping myself up, making sure I don't go backwards, making sure I'm able to maintain all of that good
Mhm.
stuff. All of that good stuff.
You're so good at what you do, buddy. And you know what was funny yesterday? Rich was, he goes, "Michael was asking nice questions. Let Michael play with us. He's not all bad."
Oh my God,
He was sticking up for me.
he was for a minute.
Yeah, he was for a minute. Until I brought up, it must be a form of mental illness if you still follow the New York Jets and they're not in the playoffs. And then we had to keep the faith, and then you got rid of me for about 3 seconds.
I've been trying my damnedest not to do that to you all season.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Because Tony is a different person depending on who's in the room. Like if we have really wild people, you know how to read a room.
I do.
And you're being respectful because we had Tim there.
Yeah.
Like you were saying things to Tim, like, oh, I don't want to interrupt you. I want to. Are you
Well, he's new.
finished?
He's new to us. He's new to how we do things.
Yeah.
So we make sure, and what I want to do on mine, make sure everybody has a minute to say something on every position, every major topic. Kind of like the TV show Around the Horn.
Mhm.
Everybody has their input. Take about 30 seconds and go. I really
But-
do try to do it like that. That way we all get our input in and we can move on afterwards. Nothing
But
long.
it's so important, though, buddy,
Mhm.
that you teach those things because that's people don't. This is a skill set, and people who do this recognize the skill set, and I
Yes.
think that's part of the reason we're getting noticed by people who are heroes in my world. Like, that one gentleman, Hal. I've been listening to him. Oh my God, since I was a young man.
He's been around that long. Not being funny, he's been around that long?
Yeah. I was maybe 30, somewhere between 25 and 30 when I was first listening to him.
Yes.
And I used to live in a place called Sarnia, which is a border town right across from Port Huron, which is part of Detroit.
Yes.
And I used to listen to him, and I loved listening to him. I never saw him, I just heard him, right? And it was surreal to hear your name and my name. And as soon as I came in the room, he said something. And I was just like, we're doing something right.
Yeah, and I was getting it last year. People were telling me they was checking out the broadcast. They said,
Yeah.
you got something there. I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. You want to know that it's getting out. You want to know that people appreciate it.
Yeah.
You want to know that.
Yeah.
I've been doing this about 2.5 years now, or at least trying to put something out where to take it serious.
Yeah.
And it was. I was getting frustrated because all the people that we knew, I was looking for them to pop up more than anything.
Yeah. And it didn't
Everybody
happen.
else would have been afterwards, but I was looking for the people we knew primarily in the first place.
Yeah.
So it threw me for a loop, but I had to learn from it.
We had a great room yesterday, though. Think about it. We had the real Ted Hicks, who is, I think, a master broadcaster. You can write that one down.
He's the forefront to me because he's got a background in this.
Hmm.
And that's why I follow his lead so much. I follow his lead and I follow your lead more than anything. I met everybody through you. Ted already had it. He wanted me to be the co-host. So you two are pretty much the forefront to me on a lot of this. Everybody else came afterwards, if you will. When I kind of envisioned how I started taking this serious, I even want to put myself to do more of it. Listening to you two and working with you two. That's why I appreciate y'all so much. Seriously.
Yeah.
Everybody that came along that helped out. I mean, I'm talking Chris Technician, James Garland, Helen, Jeeves, Smoke, Glick, all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Information Man, Brother Shannon. I've had a ball looking at some of the clips and some of the stuff that we've done.
What I love that we've done is I went to Twitter Spaces, gained a nucleus of maybe 300 to 400 people that now know me by name. I know them, and I found one individual that I felt would be a great fit,
Mhm.
and he has been. He's been a great asset. Can we, if it's okay with you, just for a couple minutes?
Sure.
I would love to go over a couple things with football, and
Oh.
what we'll do.
Oh.
Anybody who ever watches these things that we do here, number one, we do it just to get the snippets.
What's up, Nancy? I see you over there. How you doing, lady?
Here, we'll even put her up. Can I give you controls too?
I don't. You got to put me in as an admin. So I'm not sure how to do it on.
We'll have to do it. We'll have to figure that in the
we'll deal
future.
with it this week. We'll look at it this week.
In
I got
the-
Brian on mine
Mhm.
because when I really started doing fantasy football, he's the original person that's supposed to be my co-host. His schedule doesn't call for it, but I got him on mine. I got Ted on my StreamYard. I got Rich on my Edmux.
Mhm.
So we got a couple things we got to work on with all this crazy, but we good. You all right?
So
ain't
we this week we watched together. You know, indirectly we talked about it probably too. But I was very pleased to see the Bills game,
Right.
and the Bills squeezed it out at 21-14. But that honestly was not a blowout.
No, I told Rich the Bills were going to win because the Miami Dolphins were missing 2 key players.
And who were they missing? I want to see if you know.
Raheem Mostert and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
That was it for me. I was
And
like, yeah,
people don't realize that one person could get a touchdown or 2 touchdowns, or the difference between having to throw crazy bombs, which he was doing. He had three crazy interceptions.
yeah. But that's not necessarily his fault. Buffalo's not a slouch team, but Miami had to be all in to face them because they're pretty much the Super Bowl favorites in that division.
Here's the thing. You ready for this?
Yep.
This is what kills me. Okay, Josh Allen, 30 for 38, right? 359 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. I thought it was 3. Maybe one was close.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody caught something maybe out of bounds, and I thought it was an interception.
Right.
He had 15 carries for 67 yards.
He was going crazy.
Right.
He was going crazy. That's good for him.
Now, if we look at Tua, is that his name?
Tua Tagovailoa, yes.
Yes. He had 17 for 27. You ready? 173, 1 TD, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Devon Achane?
Machine.
No, it's Achane.
One of the two. You and Brian get it.
No. I watched a show on it the other day.
Okay.
And Moster got upset and said it's Achane. Don't say it. He said he gets very upset when people call him anything. But so he went through about a list of 5.
A Chan or a chain?
Yeah, see, I've heard it that way too. Achane. I've heard it that as well.
No longer a Chan.
Yeah.
Devin and Sean. Okay.
Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win? I'm asking. I mean, in the comments here. Who do you think's gonna win? Fuck, we're in for some craziness. So for the Dolphins, it made no difference. They're still in. It's all good.
No, Dolphins. They're still in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah. They're still in.
Good.
Now the Bills won the last 5 games.
They want to go back. I mean, they got to win one just to have any type of respect from now on.
They won the division, buddy.
Okay, a Chan. Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah, thank you, Nancy.
First, Nancy knows her football, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy knows her football.
But a lot of announcers call it Achane.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to say it.
Yeah.
One thing Stephen A. Smith knows how to say people's names properly. He learns it, and that's the most respectful thing you can do is say their name properly. I like that.
I like that. I like that. So this is Nancy?
Yeah, it's Nancy. She's
Nancy?
things going on, but she'll be in the chat when she can.
Is she from Haps?
Yes.
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 Yes. Did you notice yesterday when they said Purple Rose?
I'm not doing this with y'all.
And then our dear friend, real Ted Hicks said, "Did you mean the pulsating rose, Michael? The pulsating rose." And I almost lost it.
Y'all stirring the pot.
And he was doing that. You remember you saw him? He was going, and you know what I was doing? I was going like this.
Yeah. I'll be watching y'all, man.
That's him pushing buttons. We're talking, and Tim has no idea that we're talking to.
I got you, Nancy. You ain't had to put it up there. Good see it.
What did she say?
Please. I got you, Nancy.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Nancy, see what I miss about Nancy? When I started doing my music broadcast, she was one of the people who was telling me, just do your thing. Stop worrying about everybody else.
Aww.
Even when I would play my hip hop R&B, I didn't think everybody knew some of the music. She was one of the people who knew my music. She was one of the people that jammed out with me. And then we started doing the football. She was right there.
But that's a good piece of advice, right? Do you be the best version of yourself that you can be each day?
Yes, she was right there as one of my main support. That's why I miss her too. Miss her being around.
Yeah.
It's a crazy self, and she talked junk like the rest of us. She's just as bad, man. It's hilarious.
You know what Haps was in some ways?
What's that?
It was almost like a private chat. No, it really was. It was.
No, I'll read the comments. Mike, I got to teach you to multitask, okay? When you get focused and you get to talking, you be missing what's on the side. Instead, you don't want to get distracted.
No, that's why I said to you, I want to give you the comments.
Yeah, I
If you
got you.
can put it,
You
yeah.
know, like we had different demographics all relate. You couldn't beat that. We couldn't beat that.
I couldn't believe in the morning I would have sometimes somebody from Scotland and another person from Ireland and another person from England. It really,
And then from Australia, the
yeah.
whole
And but we had delays. Oh man,
um. After a
it.
while, around the end, we did. At first, we did not,
Oh,
which
at
is
the
what
beginning was,
earlier
buddy. When I was first on, it was awful.
when you was first on. But right around the
Yeah,
last, I'll say I came on along the last 18 months. The biggest lags might have been along the last 6 months after that last update. But before then, around the time when I first met you, everything was in sync. That's why I told Mark what I told him. Everything to be in sync globally
hmm,
was great when we were live. The replay, you might have seen it. But
yeah.
definitely when we were live, everything was flowing. I loved it. I
I'm an
loved it.
old fart.
She's
So
hilarious. Dude. She used to have us holler. She used to have me hollering in football. There was some crap on her, but in the whole, it was lots better. Don't. I'm not doing this to take that down. I'm not doing this with you.
well, I do love that we can do this on here though.
That's your thing right there.
Yeah, I love this.
That's your thing.
Now, do you recognize this guy?
I heard of him.
Yeah, yeah. It gets crazy in that room.
It doesn't. We're actually okay over there. You haven't seen. If you think we get crazy there, you haven't seen crazy.
Well, I've seen crazy. When I first met you, I was like, "Ooh, what is this?
I had
This
to
is
be.
some. This is something different."
I had to
First
be.
time you went on Ted's, I was kind of like, "Whoa,
I was chilling on Ted's first broadcast. I was chilling.
no,
I didn't watch
no,
it too long.
no, you weren't chilling. You were
I'll wait.
like, you were
I'll
going.
wait. I'll wait.
At least you were going. You were not the chill bug you are now.
I actually was because it was my introduction to being a co-host. So I had
How
to try
did you do with your fantasy football? Be
to.
real.
No title games. 2 leagues. I'll be in fourth place. Other 2 leagues, bottom half of the other tiers. Honestly,
No, what was your biggest mistakes?
none. It was you pick the best players, but then the numbers change during the game as far as the usage
Uh
that
huh.
whether or not they get hurt, um, whether or not they get their yards. So it's a crapshoot, honestly. It really is.
Thank you for telling me about the Facebook thing.
Yeah.
Because what it was doing was only showing my friends.
Well, what you do is you put on public, and
Yeah, but
with
I know how to quickly do that now. I know how to quickly get there and do it and
yeah,
get it done. I love that.
Nancy, I believe you. Kirk Cousins hurt a lot of people, and it hurt that team when he went down. Even though Joshua Dobbs was trying, I watched that one game when he started. He was doing good. And he was recovering from his mistakes very well. But I saw they benched him. I kind of felt bad for him. I like what I saw out of him as a player. I do like what I saw out of him as a player.
Okay, so I'm
I hope he
gonna.
finds somewhere good. I hope he finds a decent team. I hope he finds a team that'll take a chance on him. I really do. Joshua, I know what I saw. I don't care what the numbers say. I know what I saw out of him as a quarterback. I can see a little bit of a future with that guy.
Okay, I'm gonna bring some stuff up here. Mr. Charts.
Right. Exactly.
Uh,
Nancy. He did combust. I hated it. That one game looked very promising for him. He looks like he's worthy of taking the risk on. Look at
see,
that one. I'm watching the Michigan game, Mike. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's okay. You're loud. You're
20 to
loud. Wait,
15.
we were supposed to be on a whole 10 minutes. Remember?
I remember.
I remember that happened. How long did we go over yesterday?
The show went for 3 hours.
3 hours of power. What was this supposed to be? Now, if you do it by yourself, what is it? Like 45 minutes?
30.
So there's some added filler Is there thriller with the filler? Oh, that's hard to
What you did,
say.
that's why you
Say
stutter. You're full of shit. You stutter when you're full of it.
there's
Mhm.
thriller in the
Nancy,
football
everybody
field.
did. Everybody did. Mike talked about that a lot. The quarterback's going down so bad. He talked about that a lot.
You know why I get no respect, Nancy? Zero. I said that at the beginning of the year. Everybody looked like I was on
Now is when I tell
chemicals.
you, Nancy, go ahead and give him one of your little smart comments.
I felt bad for a lot of teams because they put everything into one player, and that's crazy. I think they're going to change this year. I think you're going to see where they pay less and have more variety.
Well, here's the kicker.
Yeah.
A lot of teams did what I was doing. You have a team, you have a roster, you're going to stick with it through the whole season until you run out. That's what I do with fantasy football. If I draft my players, I don't plan on trading at all.
Yeah.
Because trading doesn't always help you. What to do is to take the injuries to make you pull them out. Somebody else grabs them, and then when they break out, you mad you got rid of them in the first place. That's why I try to stick to my guns.
Can you read that? Are you on your phone or your laptop?
I'm on my laptop. Let's see what we got here.
So
Title: Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Dolphins, 4,624 passing yards. Yeah, that's good.
but he's not Josh Allen, buddy.
No, he's still new. Josh Allen got some years on him.
Josh Allen is like having a tight end. He has that kind of size and strength, and he has that kind of speed.
Would you put him tight end or would you put him fullback, halfback?
Probably tight end. I think he'd be a perfect tight end.
I don't want to
He's-
say running back, but I'll give you fullback.
Do you know he's a great baseball player too?
I had no idea. Same thing about Patrick Mahomes.
Like he can hit home runs like nobody. So he's
Dude,
got a lot of upper strength.
And that's good. You need it as a quarterback. You need that as a quarterback. He's always had a lot of enthusiasm behind him. So,
What do you think of this guy?
TJ Watt? Oh, yeah. No question. No question.
Steelers. Do they have a chance?
No, not to me. I'm surprised it's still out. What do I think about Jordan Love? Nancy, the season started off, Jordan Love looked good. Right now, I think they're still relevant in the playoffs. And I think he's in a good system. Apparently, from what it took me till last year to go ahead and acknowledge this, Green Bay is good for quarterbacks.
Jordan Love might be one of the best backs in the league now.
Quarterbacks right now, yeah. Healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy.
He is phenomenal this year. You know, his numbers are actually better than Aaron's were.
They were similar halfway through the season.
No, they're better now. They did a graph. It's not dramatic. They're very similar, but he has better numbers than Aaron did.
Good for him.
He was amazing yesterday.
Good for
How
him.
long have you been watching football, Nancy?
Nancy knows her football, Mike.
Yes, she does. I can tell. You should come on her show.
Football. She was on there. She pulled back. She has some personal reasons. So I miss her.
She's been on there?
Yeah, she was on there last season. She's one of my original league members. She had to pull out this season.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm a newbie.
You're late.
I'm definitely a newbie. To the football thing, I'm definitely a newbie.
No, you know your football. You was talking football. We was on what you call it, House. You knew your football.
I'm getting better all the time.
You are getting better at football, but you didn't know your football.
I was amazed by this gentleman. Graceful runner.
Oh, dude, he broke a record this season, didn't he?
But do you see how graceful he runs? You know who he reminds me of? O.J. Simpson. The way he runs.
Maybe, but he broke a record with the Cowboys this season.
9 interceptions.
Yeah, he
hit 5 days in a row. Five games in a row. That was the record. Yeah.
That was the record. He broke the record.
Yeah.
So that Dallas defense is no joke.
Yeah, and sorry, not just the interception, bringing it all the way in for 6.
It was pick sixes.
Pick sixes. I love that.
Yeah, pick sixes.
You know, to me, pick sixes is like you pick 6 lottery numbers on your ticket.
Gambling, yes.
They have pick sixes in Canada, and they'll just randomly do.
He picked the numbers up. Yeah, they got him here too. I really get football beyond the Packers, so I got the fantasy 10 years. So you got into fantasy football about 10 years ago. I got in about 14 years ago. So you're not too far behind me. But Nancy's good with the numbers and the stats and the players. She's
What kind of work do you do, Nancy, in your life? Do you crunch numbers in your life? That's what I'm asking. He was amazing this year. Can you believe the Panthers gave him up?
no. And I will say he got hurt with them a couple of times, like a couple of season-ending injuries. It was in his best interest to leave. He had about 2 season-ending injuries.
I didn't know his dad was a football player.
Yeah, his dad used to be on the Denver Broncos, Ed McCaffrey.
Yeah, and there's a picture of him as almost like a 3-year-old on Shannon Sharp's lap.
He is already a Hall of Famer.
No, but isn't that wild? If Shannon knew the destiny of that child in his lap, you know what I mean? Like, the world is so weird.
It is very weird. Carolina Panthers have 2 Hall of Famers off the rip in the past 10 seasons.
Yeah.
NFL Hall of Famers, not just Carolina Panther Hall of Famers, NFL Hall of Famers. Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey were both drafted by the Carolina Panthers, and both of them have been elite football players. People will question Cam's stats. People forgot Cam Newton's very first game, he broke 5 NFL records.
That's right.
His very first NFL game. That season, I think he broke at least.
Is he one of your all-time favorite players? Because you bring him up a lot.
He's not one of my favorite all-time players, but I know when he was at Auburn,
Yeah.
I remember what I was seeing and hearing, and I knew Auburn was going to draft him. I mean, I knew Carolina was going to draft him. He had a great season. He's the best quarterback they ever had over a time frame. Jake Delhomme had the best numbers. Cam was the best quarterback they've ever had. And I'll look at that debate and listen to anybody talk about it all day. Cam got
He should have had 2,000 easy. He got hurt
had he
the
not
last 5 games.
yes, had he not gotten hurt, yes.
The Dolphins this year, right now, I'm worried for them because most of their squad, but you know and I know, everybody's hurt right now. Everybody's hurt.
And the Dolphins always tank during the playoffs. They have great regular seasons. We got to see how they're going to do during the playoffs. They look like they were Super Bowl ready during the season.
I cannot believe the road to recovery that the Bills made. It was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, incredible.
And Tyreek Hill is the truth. I got a coworker, big Tyreek Hill fan. Big Tyreek Hill fan. We play fantasy football. He gets him, period, that in the story. You don't even want to hear it.
So, are you going to do some form of fitness regimen this year?
I plan on it. I haven't started yet. I'm already 8 days behind. Man, I'm at this age now, going to the gym. I'll start.
Okay, first of all, for our viewers, especially on TikTok, because we'll probably cut some of this up. How old are you?
51.
Okay, so you don't look a day over 40.
I've been told.
Yeah.
I still get told I'm in my 30s. I'm like, nah.
That's incredible, buddy. 51, that's good. 50, though, you start to see, and the world looks at you differently when you're 50. They really do.
The world differently now. I'm starting to get tired of people.
You're getting tired of people? Is that what you said?
I'm starting to get tired of people. Yeah, my patience is thinning.
Yeah. Do I test your patience sometimes? Is that what you're saying? Are you giving me a cryptic message as we speak right now in this moment?
I don't even crypt nothing to you. I'll tell you straight up.
I know you would.
My son is the last of my patience. He really is.
Your son? Oh, you love him, though.
You're damn right. That's my man.
What the hell is going on with the Eagles?
What you tell me all season?
No, I did not expect this. No, I did not expect that. I did not expect them to lose the last 5 games. Come on. I did not expect.
No, and I actually doubted what you were saying. I didn't believe you, but they're still in, aren't they?
You know what's scary with them, though? Is I think once they screwed with the coaching, they screwed with everything.
Probably. She said the real Eagles showed up. All I gotta say is let everybody be healthy during the playoff.
That was kind of nasty.
You can do that. I'm telling you. Let them get healthy. Let them be healthy for the playoffs.
Nancy, I want to ask you a question we asked yesterday, and anybody who is going to see this later: will Travis marry Taylor Swift? How many children will they have, and will he retire right away. We had a lot of differences of opinion, and we also saw yesterday a different side of Tim, the very religious side of Tim. Some of his views were based in his Christianity. I could tell. You're not saying anything, okay? You're pleading the fifth here, brother.
I think thank you, Nancy. Can you put that on the screen, please?
What does
No.
it say?
No. Put her latest comment, please. Exactly, Nancy. Thank
Yes.
you.
So she's saying who the elf cares or who the F?
You see what you do? And you're going to answer that crazy question. They'll be married, they'll have
Oh,
children.
medical field. Okay. So were
Mhm.
you a nurse? She's not going to say anything.
YouTube comments are delayed as well.
Oh, that's right too. Yeah. How long? About a minute and a half?
No, I'll give about 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, I'll give about 30 seconds. They're delayed.
We need one day to time it from Facebook.
I've done it. YouTube's about 10 to 30 seconds. Facebook.
Yeah.
LinkedIn sometimes may not show up. Twitch is the fastest.
Can you still read this while we fire through this together?
Sure.
Okay, so we did week 18, right? We looked at it together. The Vikings got blown out by the Lions, unfortunately.
No, that's not a blowout. The blowout was the Saints over the Falcons.
No, the Vikings had a good chance to win this.
Look at the score. The Saints over the Falcons. That was a blowout.
Oh, I know. That's sad. I didn't even want to look at that. I know.
And I actually want to say that the Falcons had a decent season because they weren't that far off the 5.
You know the coach lost his job today.
Yes,
Okay.
I did see that. The Jets,
Do you know why he lost his job?
I thought they fired somebody. You know why?
Desmond Ritter. They're so fed up because everybody was pumping Desmond Ritter,
They were
and he has not come through. And yet he was 22 for 30 for 291 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 interception.
That's good.
So he must show signs. Here's a guy that's old, religious, a real battle guy, doesn't complain about injuries. 22 out of 28 for 264, 4 touchdowns.
Who's that?
Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek will get those numbers. He just doesn't make it to the playoffs. Take Nancy's comment up the screen. Save your headache.
Okay. Here we go.
Take that down. Damn it. Y'all love drama. See, you don't help. When everybody trying to avoid, you don't help. You put it up too. Nancy,
Gotta have some.
I told you, Nancy, it's not just over there.
You gotta have some fun.
Okay.
Gotta have some fun. If she will take the effort to write it down for us, and for us not to, be respectful enough to share these, unless it's crazy. That's not crazy, is it?
No, that's not crazy.
That's not dangerous, right?
Derek Carr is actually pretty consistent. He'll get interception. I think he throws the ball too much. If he didn't throw the ball as much, I think his career and his numbers would be better. Damn sure less interception.
Can you see what the pointer is?
I want to say that's elementary, but damn it, Derek Carr had a lot of hype behind him. We got recruited.
Do you see here? Bijan
Robinson, yeah,
Bijan. He
was in Kyle Pitts.
He did pretty good. He did okay yesterday.
The Falcons are pretty good. They got a decent offense.
Do you know he gets weekly therapy?
He needs it. Remember
he was talking about don't go on social media. Don't look at what they write about you. Just work on being the best.
Bijan Robinson got hurt in the middle of the season. Remember I told you?
Yeah. He said, I'll start working out harder when Tony D starts working out harder. And I was like, okay.
If I start working out, I'm probably going to go try and be on the team.
Well, as a punter, that's what I said.
I'll do special teams.
You have been on a special list for a very long time.
You have no idea.
And they check it twice.
You have no idea. They stop checking.
They're not checking anymore?
They can't figure it out. They don't think I'm doing it, but they see that I'm making it. You all right?
So what do you think if you could give someone a piece of advice in relationships? What is the key for a modern day man in his 50s? Do you just stay away from women? Or do you date younger women? Do you date older women? What is the age? Like some, I have one friend. He won't go any more than 13 years difference.
I try to limit myself to 5, even though I've broke it a few times, because
Hmm.
it's supposed to be an issue with me in relationships. There's more than a 5 year gap. I've older
Hmm.
than number one. Number two, our age, well, I say my age, key to relationship, resist temptation. And that can go out to any and everybody out there. People are losing out to temptation. They're losing out to keeping up with the Joneses. You gotta find somebody to be happy and comfortable with that you can trust, that will respect you as much as you respect them, and go from there. Everything else is BS. People can't do that no more.
Are you
Everybody,
looking for a partnership? Is that what you're saying?
I need at least another 2 years to get my mom back.
And you need somebody who's going to be tolerant of your children
I can
and
find it.
loving.
I can find it. I can find it. The kicker is enduring. You can always have a relationship right now. People can't endure time in their relationships.
Yeah,
They really can't. They want what they want for the moment, and then they'll move on. There's no stability in people.
that's sad.
There is no stability in people. There isn't. They
Yeah.
just they're for the moment, and that's it. Old school relationships, old school marriages. We did it. This is it. Nothing else. But people can't do that anymore.
Well, you're a great example of someone who puts a lot of effort into your children, which is nice.
Absolutely.
You don't always see that. So we got the Browns and the Texans. Who's going to win there? This is the wild card round. That's a tough game, buddy.
If I had to pick it,
Hmm.
I had to look at the rosters again. I want to say the Browns roster is better than the Texans roster. I want to say
Yeah,
that. Some's pulling me toe with the Browns, even though the Texans are on a roll. The Texans are new. The Browns have a few veteran players that can do some things to help them win, or at least to hang out with them. All right, Nancy, be good, lady. Good seeing you.
thank you for being here.
I think the Browns have more experience with it, and I think the experience is going to win.
I I love both these teams, and I would love to see Flacco do well. But I think C.J. Stroud and his younger players. I think they'll win, but not by much.
I don't think the Texans got enough to catch up with the Browns' offense. The Browns' offense gets to clicking,
Hmm.
and they got a defense. The Browns have a defense as well.
Yeah.
All you got to do for the Texans is pretty much stop equal counts.
Give me a score.
I can't.
I can.
Go.
I'm going to do it right now.
Go.
I honestly believe that the Browns will squeeze this out, and it'll be 32-28, somewhere in that range.
Sounds about decent.
It's going to come down to, I think, literally a field goal,
I
maybe.
tell you what, you got 32 for the Browns.
Yeah, 32 for the Browns, 28.
I don't think the Texans will get 3 touchdowns.
Oh, I do.
I don't think they'll get 3 touchdowns in that game. I don't. I'll give
Yeah.
them 21 at the most points. The Texans may score 21 points at the most. The Browns, if you're going to go by the field goal, I'll go 24-21.
I'm just gonna have a quick look here.
I'll go 24-21 Browns. I'll do that right now.
So against the Titans, they got 26, 23. I'm just looking here. The last time they fought against each other, the Browns won 36-22.
Okay.
That was the last game. So yeah, so here's the thing. The Texans either get 20 to up to 40. Yeah, holy shit. They blew out the Buccaneers.
Who did? The Texans?
Yeah, well, they didn't blow them out. It was 37 for the Buccaneers and 39 for the Texans.
That's
So they
right.
had a lot of squeaky. God, you can't underestimate the Steelers, and you cannot underestimate the Browns. There are two teams that every time I almost gave up on the Steelers 5 times. I swear to
believe-
God, I went. I was like, they're a joke, and then I go, no, they're not.
It's
And then I
typical.
look at the record and I go, They got more wins than half the league.
It's their,
Why? I'm sorry.
it's their division. They're the top team in their division.
Yeah.
They are. They're also one of the top winning franchises in the NFL.
I think a lot of it's got to do, like, Flacco looks healthy.
That's scary, isn't it?
He looks but he looks healthy. Okay,
He's
so
in his 40s, isn't he?
yeah, I would not be shocked that the Steelers beat the Bills. I don't want that, but that would not shock me. They could hijack that game.
So here's the question: even without T.J. Watt, you still think so?
Yep. Yeah. Never underestimate the Steelers. The Bills are going to have to fight for every single freaking game, and they've won 5 in a row, and they're not really good
They got
at
to
winning
fight.
multiple games in a row.
They got to
So-
fight the Super Bowl. They got to fight.
Here is, to me, what could have been the Super Bowl: the Dolphins and the Chiefs. That's next week.
No, that's a AFC Championship game. That's
No, I know, but that in my mind
yes, yeah.
was something I thought could be a Super Bowl, especially at the beginning of the year. Don't underestimate the Packers against the Cowboys. Now the Cowboys are at home, right? And they don't lose at home.
I'd have to look.
I don't think they've lost at home in 15 games or something. Something crazy like that. The Eagles and the Buccaneers, if the Eagles go out that way, oh my God, man, that's so bad.
If they got the injuries that you said they have, and they don't have the players they used to have. Now here's the thing: Baker Mayfield was limping yesterday.
Oh, he's a mess. He's got rib problems, ankle problems.
And who's their backup quarterback?
It's not good. I know it's not good.
I think
He's-
the Bucs are done.
I'm just gonna have a quick look here at the Eagles. I'm shocked at how bad it got for them. Okay, so we're gonna have a look here. New York beat them. Okay, I can't.
Mhm.
Cardinals beat them by 4 points. The
Okay.
Giants were close December 25th, and the Eagles got 33. The Seahawks beat them. The Cowboys beat them.
Mhm.
49ers, that makes sense. The Bills beat them. Sorry.
49ers.
No, the Bills did not beat them. Sorry, that's a lie. That's one of the games they won. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Cowboys. See,
Yeah.
at the beginning they were phenomenal. They were 10-1.
Like, this is what you got to look at. They kept themselves in the playoffs. That's the key.
Did you know this is the first time that certain divisions everybody had a better than 500 record? First time ever. That was a stat I heard today. I'll have to look it up so I know what I'm talking about. But
You may want to check back over the past 2 or 3 seasons. I think last season there were a lot of decent teams.
do you know who could be phenomenal next year? The Cardinals. Couple pieces. No, I'm serious.
I agree with you, but it's been about
And the
what
Packers are showing that they might have the potential to take it.
the Packers show that they haven't lost anything even without Aaron Rodgers.
If anything, they might be hotter.
Now,
It's
mind you, they had to prove themselves without Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers did it. Same thing's happening with Jordan Love. So it's the system. They got a good system. I got to respect it.
Okay, so the Jaguars lost.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest disappointments. Okay, quickly, let's do it together. So I'm saying Browns beat the Texans. Don't want that. I'll be happy if the
I'm
Texans
saying
win.
Browns too.
Okay, so Dolphins and Chiefs. I have no fucking idea.
Chiefs.
You think the Chiefs?
Dolphins are done.
I don't think so. I think you'll see.
If
I think you'll see.
comes back and Raheem Mostert comes back.
I think they'll both come back.
If they both come back, Dolphins.
God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs because I love the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs and say 28-26 for the Dolphins. 26 for the Dolphins. 28 for the Chiefs. That's somewhere in there. Right?
Dolphins will win. I can't give you a score. Dolphins will win.
So what do you think the Dolphins will win by? Like it'll be
I don't know.
30.
I said I don't know
No.
the score. If the Dolphins come back, if they come back healthy, 100%.
No, they're not going to be 100%. I guarantee that they won't be 100%. But I bet they could get 30 points if they have Mostert. They would have had 30 points if they had Mostert yesterday. And Waddle is amazing.
Waddle's been amazing.
Yeah.
Him, Devontae Smith, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts.
They had half the weapons yesterday. That was the problem.
Yeah. So they're gonna be half again. We gotta wait for the injury report in that game.
Here's another fucking amazing game. The LA Rams, who are hot, and the Lions.
Lions defense is gonna be the issue in that game.
I'm gonna say Rams. Sorry. I think the Rams are gonna take it. It's gonna be a low scoring game. I don't know how low. I'm gonna go 24 Rams, 18-20 for the Lions. And I hope I'm wrong.
Rams defense can probably stop the Lions. Lions offense can
Yeah.
also
Let's do a score. So I'm doing Rams.
Killing me with these scores. I don't know. I can't give you these numbers.
Give me a score. Try your best.
Ah.
Try your best. Stop whipping out here. I'm thinking
It's Puka Nacua back.
yes. He'll be there. They'll all be there. Everybody who can limp out will go out. I guarantee it.
The Rams just barely beat the 49ers yesterday.
Oh, I know. But they didn't have everybody out. They didn't. Yeah. Oh, I was shocked they beat the 49ers, to be honest with you.
No,
49.
We were going to beat the 49ers. 49ers got a first round bye. They didn't have to win the game.
No, I know. But see, even a B team of theirs is pretty damn good. Their backup squad is pretty damn good.
Lions supposed to be good for 28 points, but the Rams can bring them down one. So I'll go 24-21 again. Because if the Rams can stop the Lions, they'll also be able to score. Both of them going to get 3 touchdowns apiece. It's going to be a matter of who gets the better touchdown. And I'll go on I want to throw the Lions above there. But if Aaron Donald sacks Jared Goff, that's going to change all of it. Because Aaron Donald's going to get through that line. That man's a problem.
Well,
that man is a problem.
I say
I want to take the Lions. But
I say the Rams because they have the better quarterback.
Talking about
I'm thinking 28 20.
Matt Stafford?
Yes.
Okay, let's be crazy for a second. You do know both quarterbacks used to play for the opposing team.
Oh, I know. Have you seen their stats? Do you know who has the better stats?
Matt
Goff.
Goff. This season.
Slightly. No, overall. Since the trade. Slightly. Like minuscule. Like 5%. Like 5%.
Okay.
Difference.
You got a problem in this game. Calling the score is gonna be an issue.
Okay, so I'm gonna be brave. 28 for the Rams, 24 for the Lions. That's my
I was gonna go 28-21.
Okay, that's cool. And no one's gonna come to your door and laugh at you. You're gonna be okay. And the best analysts don't know how to do it.
I'm taking around.
I want the Buccaneers to win against the Eagles. I know. I know. I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game, so I'm going to say the Buccaneers 24 and the Eagles 18.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn. And I'm okay with being wrong.
28-14 Eagles.
Okay. So just the reverse. We're saying pretty much the reverse. Okay. So the Packers and the Cowboys. Cowboys, this is not a walk in the park, but I think the Cowboys will win. And I think it'll be like 32-26. For the Cowboys.
Green Bay won't get 3 touchdowns.
Oh, buddy, did you see how good he was this week? He's on fire, man.
The Cowboys are the number 1 defense.
You know who's got a great defense and they're young and they heal well?
Who?
The Packers.
Okay, that's a good factor.
Do you know who's shaky and has only a CeeDee Lamb? I'm sorry.
He doesn't have only C. He got Brandon Cooks too.
He's okay.
No.
He's okay. He's not great, buddy. He's not great. He's okay.
28-21.
I like Ferguson better than him.
Ferguson's a good tight end. 28-21.
But I think he's hurt too.
28-21 Dallas.
CeeDee Lamb gets screwed, they're done.
Which has been a...
What is it, Pollard? Is that his name, Pollard, the backup?
Running back. Yeah.
He's horrible.
He what?
He's horrible right now.
You're delusional.
He's horrible. Look at his stats. Horrible.
He's probably hurt.
Right. He's horrible right now. I didn't say forever. Just right now.
Tony Pollard is the truth.
You know, it's... Tyreek Hill is 60%. 60%.
Max.
Yeah. So I think we did it. We got through it. So I'm saying Browns. I'm saying Chiefs. I'm saying Bills, only because I love the Bills. I think the Cowboys will pull it out because it's home.
You didn't do Bills. Bills. I'm gonna take the Bills.
Yeah, I have to take the Bills.
I gotta take the Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
I think that'll be a low-scoring game, though. I do. I think it'll be like 24-22, Bills.
Sounds all right.
Yeah, but you know who's been surprisingly defensively strong? The Bills. They should. I don't know how.
I heard.
With duct tape and crazy glue. So I don't know. It might be some of the teams are so freaking beat up. You can't base it in logic.
No, you can't.
You can't use logic. It's just a bloodbath.
The comment you might take the comment off the screen. Spend up there for 20 minutes.
Who do we got? I don't see comments.
You left one up there. You didn't bring it down.
Oh, take it down.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Take it down. Get rid of it. Don't leave it there forever. All right, we're at 56. This is perfect.
You said 10 minutes.
No, I need to end it here. It'll make it easier to edit it. So thank you, buddy. Say hello to your friends. I'm going to give you a minute. Go for it. Do your...
What's up to any and everybody who ever followed me and has to help me get to where the point that I am right now. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate my Cantina folks who have been rolling with me, who've been checking me out and trying to support me as well. Even though I don't see them currently, they do watch the replays. Appreciate all of y'all.
And we hope to see you just around the corner. Are you going to do a show this week before we do this?
I probably won't do a football show this week.
He's done. He's only going to do shows.
I'm not done. There's only limited games, and we cover most.
Yeah. Are you going to do an R&B show this week?
I might. I plan on doing it.
You should. You should. We need it. We need it. And you need to start doing them on TikTok.
I can't show the video on TikTok live.
You will soon. Figure it out. They're all doing it. I have faith in you.
To play the clip over there, but I've had them pulled down when I try to.
No, you can't post them. You got to just go live.
And then have it in the background is the hard part because it's in portrait, not landscape.
Yeah, no, but if you get the rights, you're going to be able to do it through your computer. And
I've applied and didn't get a response.
Well, keep it applying. Anybody that's like TikTok, you've lost your mind. Help this man. Goodbye. Subscribe, like, share. Tell us who you think about when no